Good morning, it's Margaret at the University of Sewing. It's Facebook Live, guys. And Pat's with me.
Hello.
Guess what today is?
Is this the first game?
It's the first game. IU, go IU. We want you to win. Maybe they'll win, who knows?
When is it today, Margaret?
Sometime this afternoon. So you have plenty of time to make it here before the game. We have also another announcement. We are now a premier Arrow dealer, Arrow Kangaroo dealer. So check out the cute little chairs. We're gonna show off the cute chairs. Oh my gosh, they're so comfortable, so incredibly comfortable. They raise and lower beautifully. They are very strong. They have a, you can go up to 300 pounds on these. So that's wonderful. And they are gonna really work for a lot of people. But remember, we also, why don't you roll out the Bernina chair here, Pat, for people. If you like a little bit more room and you like a little more of a premier chair, our Bernina chair is just amazing and wonderful, and I'm quite sure that you will like it. But I want you to know now you have choices. How cool is that?
I love choices.
I love choices too. Okay, so I'm going to set the Indiana ball down here. And Pat, when you get a second, if you will go ahead and
show the other chairs too, Margaret.
Oh, the
it's
other
just
chairs.
not those.
Oh, okay. All right. So you have choices now.
Oh, you have solids too.
Purple and blue and
you got to show the feet.
There's a black one too we've got around here. And no black one? Okay, not even a gray one. No?
Maybe. But you need to show the feature that Denise always points out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is so cool, guys. I forgot.
It's like a piano bench.
It's very cool. It has its own little storage thing. And Denise says what you're supposed to do with any little storage container like that is that you're supposed to put snacks in it. So
I wouldn't have thought of snacks.
we have snacks. So check out these new cabinets. Now guess what this adorable cabinet set up? It's got this wonderful drawer system with it. It is the Kangaroo and Joey. So, Kangaroo and Joey cabinet right there. This little guy, you can move him out, in. You can have it underneath here if you want. Or what you can do is you can move it to a completely different area. So how nice is that? It's got the soft opening drawers, which are actually right there. We go. There we go. So look how cool that is. So those are quite nice. And you're going to have a nice, beautiful system too. They actually stick a little bit. So they're doing what they're supposed to.
I noticed there was a key, so they lock as well.
They will lock.
So you can keep grandkids out of stuff. Or you can put your snacks in there and keep people out of your snacks.
There you go. So we have that. And when you want to have it just nicely put in here, and by the way, what's on here, guys, is a 790 Pro. So your 7 Series machine will fit on this beautifully. So we're going to put that back under there. And there we go. Put that back under, and it just gets tucked away.
It fits awesomely underneath there.
It does fit awesomely under there.
Look how nice that fits up underneath there on the side.
Look, it just goes in there. And do you see those casters? Those are really good quality casters, and you can lock them. So it doesn't have to move if you don't want it to. So and this particular cabinet is a hydraulic lift one. So it's one of the ones where you do that.
Oh.
So you press down on it. It's not an electric lift cabinet. And so that is part of why these are more economical. So, but if you do want something with an electric lift and you want a bigger opening, say you might be in the you just want a little bit more room here. You want a little bit more area. We have got this gorgeous cabinet called the Electric Mod. And this one is one of the ones that has the electric lift. So that's quite nice. So we have that. And if you decide to buy a Kangaroo and Joey right now,
Yes. What do I
how
get?
how would you like a free Kiwi cabinet? I love their names. I love their names. So
Check that out.
nice little, this is for pressing. Very, very nice. We're going to talk about pressing today. So we're going to put that there, but I want you to see what you can do here. You are going to be able, my little hands are being brats today. Okay, check that out. So now what you can do is you can put this
Cutting and
here. So
pressing.
you've got your cutting and pressing. So how would you like that little setup? And check out these drawers. They're so awesome. But guess what? There's a little treat in here.
Oh, check that out.
Ta-da. So for your threads. So, and you don't have to leave it in here because this just removes very easily. And so very nice little setup. So if you want to buy one of those Kangaroo and Joey's right now, guess what? You can get a Kiwi cabinet for free.
This is beautiful, Margaret.
It is. It's really nice. I'm pleased. Okay, so we're going to put this back over here so that we can close it back up and show folks. So there we go.
You want this out?
Nope. Yeah. Well, oh, yes, you know what? I do need it out. I'm bad. And we dropped our pattern. So, okay. And again, on casters, guys, so you can move it where you want. And this is only 20 inches wide. So it's going to fit everywhere.
Yes.
Almost all of us have some space issues for one reason or another. We have too much stuff.
That would be it.
Or we have, but we all need drawers.
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't it be nice to have this right next to your sewing station so that you could just put your iron over on one side, you can put your this over on the other. And we have some wonderful wool mats to show you in a minute that could go right on top of this. So you're set and ready to go.
Can I tell them about this?
Oh, goodness, of course you can.
Well, I want to tell you, if you share on your Facebook.
You mean
and it
like
has to
Mary
be-
Jane just did?
Yes.
She didn't have to have a gift. She just shared it.
So if you share on Facebook, not on Instagram or Twitter or email or anything like that, where else can they
YouTube.
share? YouTube. You need to share on Facebook only. And it has to be within 24 hours of this posting. And I want to say you could be the great winner of this Riley break bag as well as this palette. Quilter's palette. And you can use this with any panel you have and then just work around it with the borders with other matching fabrics. This is wonderful. I was looking at this. This might be something good to have.
It's a cute little pattern because, I mean,
It is.
most of us, even if you don't want to, quote, use a panel, you have an area right here and then this wonderful border. It shows you how to make it. Very simple and a very, very fun one. So this is one of those wonderful little make it and do it in a short period of time. Perfect for a charity quilt.
Oh, yes.
Or a baby quilt or something like that. So it's going to be, and they show it with a pretty fancy panel on there, but you don't have to have a fancy
you don't have to
panel.
have a fancy panel.
We actually have a really cute Christmas panel we're going to show you today. And it would be a wonderful choice for this.
Mm-hmm.
So these two items are going to be what we give you if you go ahead and share. But how do we know if they shared?
Oh, you have to put on the shared. We love the fact that you say hello to us and tell us where you're from. But most of all, we need to put down that you shared. And after that, on Tuesday, because we're not open on Mondays, we will put together everyone that shared, put a number to them. Someone will pick a number, and you could be the lucky winner of this bag and this pattern for this. And it's just wonderful.
Yes, and we have actually a holiday coming up this weekend.
Oh, Monday.
So Monday's going to be Labor Day. So that is, we're definitely not opposed. So, all right. So let's go on. And I wanted just to introduce the new cabinets we have. Kangaroo is having this special that I just told you about, where they're going to give away the Kiwi cabinets. That's going to happen through the month of September. So what you're going to be able to do is either buy Kangaroo and Joey cabinet. There's an Aussie cabinet. We have these cabinets on our website, but obviously the Aero line is pretty large. And I don't have every single cabinet in the Aero line because then we wouldn't have room to walk. So we have those. And so, but anything that's on those that we can go ahead and have those ready for you, they can get delivered and we can take care of making sure you get those. So there's the Aussie cabinet is going to be part of that deal. The Sydney cabinet and the Kangaroo and Joey.
So
we
those
only
are the three
one have
cabinets
the
that
only
go
one
with-
we have is the Kangaroo and Joey, but you can see the quality of them.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how things are made.
They look great.
And so then the MSRP prices are on our website now. So go ahead and take a look at those. And as we typically do, anybody within 60 miles, we will be happy to go ahead and deliver that to your house.
Such as this week we went to Bloomfield, we went to Greensburg,
Seymour.
and Seymour.
Yes, we
So-
deliver cabinets 3 different places. So our cabinet, that today is the last day of our August sale. We've had a special August sale, and that was on luggage and cabinets. We actually have that sale going on. These are for Bernina luggage and Bernina cabinets. So if you want to come in and see what we have here that you can take a look at, and even if you want to order something, I will be happy to talk to you about that. So, and you can still get that deal. So
Awesome.
that is going to be a great deal. It makes those cabinets, those horn cabinets from Bernina are amazing. Again, it's a different level up. It's different pricing structure. So I'm trying to make sure that we can help everybody. Because, sometimes our budgets aren't as flexible as we'd like. So,
Hey Margaret, I know it's not Bernina Day, but you got to at least mention what's left in the K475 and how that's just because people would be sad if they couldn't get that opportunity.
Okay, so let's go over and take a quick look at it, Dave. We have only got 2 of these beautiful K475s left. If you are wanting one at this amazing price of $19.99, today is the last day of that sale, and we only have 2.
These are really good. I have one of these now, and they're really good for traveling, or if you're not completely set up in one room, to have it in another room.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Because
you're
I can-
very spoiled.
I know I am. Yeah, I have 2 separate sewing rooms. One with my long arm. I can sew on the 475 when my long arm's running.
So the deal though with the K475s, you get the luggage with it. And Dave, if you want to turn around and show them what the luggage looks like. It looks like this right here. It's very pretty. It's got this beautiful front on it. And you also get a really pretty dust cover to go over this machine. But you know what? They have sold out of them. The
No
special
more.
edition is done. Special edition's done. It's going to be done, I'm sure, by the end of the year also for the 570 and the 770. So we've had the CAFE editions now for 2 years. And so it's done. And they're not going to be doing it anymore. So guys, if you want one of the very last 475 CAFE machines, this is the day to do it. And do you have to be here in the store to do that? Oh no. Call me. Tell me you want to put a deposit down on it and make that purchase. You'll get the $199 price, but we only have 2 left. That's it.
Be one of those 2 callers, and we can make you a deal with this $199.99.
That is quite the
They're
deal.
really, the best part about it, it has cape designs in it. And that's
Yes,
why
it
it's
does.
okay.
It has special cake designs.
And
it
you
has
can't find those
It
anywhere
has
else.
the ruler case. How
Uh-huh.
cool is that? So if you think you want one, today's your day to get the
deal.
best deal.
Yeah.
And if you make up your mind later,
You mean kind of like what Karen did yesterday?
yes, like Karen, one of our lovely employees decided that she was going to pull the trigger and get that particular machine. So congratulations, Karen. And she is just a love. We are so lucky to have her. So the team is amazing. And let's go and look at some fabric now. Oh, no, you know what? We're going to look at the wool pressing mats
Wool
first.
pressing mats.
I am in love with my wool pressing mat. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, if any of you know anything about me, you will know that I like to use an iron. I like it to do what I want it to do, and I am very picky about this. So, all right. So this is our Laura Star iron. We show you guys this from time to time. It is amazing. It's a wonderful iron. And you can get it either as this full setup, or you can get what's called the lift, which is an independent set. That's what you have,
I
isn't
have
it?
a lift at home.
So
I use it with my
you
quilting.
can get it with a steam cart, which is kind of, oh, here it is, Dave. Here we go.
This is what I have.
This is what I have too. I love this. It is so great. But you know what I added to my sewing area recently was this amazing wool mat here. It is the shape of an ironing board. I'm going to take this stuff away. Look at this.
Just leave it.
So beautiful setup. Now, along with having the most wonderful iron in the world, I can go ahead and I can use my Laura Star. I get rid of the excess steam out of the tank there.
Margaret, show how that sprays in a horizontal.
That's a lot of steam, guys.
But watch. Go ahead.
It won't burn you.
It won't burn.
Now the iron will burn you.
Yes.
Don't be mistaken here. The iron will burn you. But look at what's happening here with these creases. I go ahead and I do a little bit of steam right there. And then I come over and I am getting rid of that great big crease off of here. And this is pretty darn fabulous because sometimes those creases are a big pain. So what I do typically is I'll steam right here, and if they're being particularly mean, which that one is, then I'll come over on this side and do it again.
Isn't this double the width, double folded as well? And so you're not running through
Oh
one
no,
single?
I'm running through 2 layers of fabric. So it'll probably be easier if I take and pull it apart, wouldn't it? Oh, well looky.
But look, even two things of fabric, it works great.
It does. And so, but sometimes these creases are particularly mean. This one's going to be particularly mean. I think we're going to have to use water on this one too. This is incredible how hard that's pressed in there.
So what's so special about wool, Margaret?
Wool keeps it's going to steam into my wool and it keeps that heat. Right now, if I touch this, it's still very, very warm. So what I can do with this now is I can put one of these kind of pressing tools, a wooden pressing clapper, or this is another kind of, this is essentially a clapper on the bottom, and this has a point to turn things out for ironing. And it will make a beautiful, beautiful crease, or it will help get things flattened. If you're doing clothes in particular is where I notice, except for if you've got one of those blocks that maybe you have to pinwheel the entire seam allowances on it.
Okay.
This will flatten that all out. Flat is a pancake.
Yes.
So that's really, really nice. So I have one of these now at home because I don't have the space for a Laura Star iron. So what's going on at my house is I have a regular ironing board and then I put this on top. Now, if you have a Laura Star ironing board, what we can do with that instead is we can just use there is 2 different ways to do this. Right now, it's sucking the fabric down, and this works very well with just this ironing board. But if I want to go ahead and get we're gonna go ahead and, it was doing it up. Okay, this is poofing up into, and actually my vacuum board works even better than my wool mat. So there is that.
So you really wouldn't use it together?
No, I would not use this on my Laura Star unless I was trying to do some maybe very specific things. I am, because of the number of years I've done tailoring and alteration work and with clothes and so forth, because of all the different things I've done, I know from a lot of experience that I need to sometimes do a variety of things. Okay, if like these creases right here that aren't wanting to come out, although it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but it's not quite. I'm a picky person. What I would do with it now is I'd spray it with some water, because this is cotton, so that'll work just fine. I'll spray it with that. I'll let it saturate the fabric for a little bit, and then I'll go back and use my iron the same way. And if I'm at home and I don't have the vacuum board, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down this mat, and I'm going to do my pressing on here, because my steam will seep through it. It'll actually keep this warm for a few minutes, and then I can use a clapper on top of it. So it just depends on what tools you have. But this mat's a lot cheaper than my Laura Star iron.
Technicality.
So if I can't afford my Laura Star ironing board, then maybe the mat is more in my budget. And for this money, this thing, I am so happy. It has changed all of my pressing, the way everything looks. Even though I had the Laura Star iron and it did such a good job, the mat is the bomb. Now, we have the ones that are for your ironing board that are shaped like an ironing board. And then if you come over here, Dave, and let's show them what other versions we've got. We have this big long mat, which is 18 by 36. So if you have an ironing station that is rectangular, this will go there wonderfully. And then we have them as small as 12 by 12, which the only problem with 12 by 12 is if you have a 12.5-inch quilt block, it's not quite big enough. So, and then there's 14 by 14. And then this last one, that one is 15 by 24. So one of these probably will work really well for one of your ironing stations. And I was thinking with that little kiwi, I'll probably get a 14 by 14 because I'm going to take a kiwi home. So I'm very excited to have that extra storage. It's nice and small. I can put it right beside my sewing cabinet, and I will be set and ready to go. So I'll have my steam cart with my Laura Star lift on it. Then I'll have the kiwi cabinet where I can go ahead and press at. Because most of the time what I'm doing is, not that I don't need my big ironing board sometimes, but what I'll be able to do is swap back and forth between my clothing and my quilts. And my quilts, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So,
with the cutting and the ironing on the kiwi, it's really good if you're doing paper piecing.
Right.
Because you have to iron in piece and sew and iron and
yeah, there you go. There you go. And you've done some really pretty paper piecing stuff. Okay. I know I have more stuff here, and if we don't get to the fabric, it's going to be fine. I promise I'll show you the fabric soon. Or actually,
are we going to do our classes yet?
I haven't done our classes yet. So I'm going to have you hold that one for a minute because I want you to know about a couple things that are coming up really quickly. So next week, Rachel is teaching a pineapple block baby quilt. And that is so cute. Go online and go to our classes and look at the pineapple block baby quilt. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So we have a kit ready if you want the kit. but we also have, you know, we have the information so that you can bring your own fabric. Remember, for every class, you get 20% off of any materials you buy for your class. And the day of your class, anything in the shop you want to buy, you can get it for 20% off. Are you thinking maybe you want one of those cool chairs? So, okay. Also, we are doing on Wednesday, September the 4th, we are having an embroidery fun club with Alice. So those of you who have gotten your embroidery units and you've gone through the mastery class, but it's time to get moving and do some more embroidery.
Yeah, we're going to do towels.
Towels. Oh, wow. Towels are a challenge. So that should be really a good class. Then we're going to do Garment Academy and getting started. For those of you who are thinking you would like to do some clothing things, but you've never done clothes, that is your class to go to. And it's at 5:30, so you don't have, if you work, this still will work for you. So then we've got Bernina Mastery, our embroidery all-day class, and that's going to happen on Friday the 6th. Then we've got the following week, we've got Bernina software. So if you haven't done the Bernina software class, this is really good because it's like going through a lot of basics and getting you really up to speed so you know how to use your software. Then we've got a rotary cutter class with Cheryl. She's going to do that. Again, this is a class that's in the evening so that our folks who work can get this class in before they start beginning quilting. So, if you are interested in sewing machines, you don't know if you really want to learn how to sew or not, you don't know if you want to make that investment, the Sewing Machine Demystified class is amazing because what you will be able to do with this is you will be able to figure out, are you going to be doing some sewing with that or not? So you will get basic information on how to wind a bobbin, how to go ahead and thread your machine, and some other basic information about sewing that comes in that class. And this is a lot of you who are watching probably already sew. So that's not maybe you, but maybe you know someone, you've got a friend like Rachel did with Karen, who didn't know how to sew. So Karen took, and she's sewing now, and now she owns a cave sewing machine.
And if I can point out, I think two of the biggest things that people learn in that class is all about needles, or at least enough to know there are differences.
Right.
And the same thing about threads.
Yes, it's a good place for you to learn those things. So that's a great class for the very beginning person. And then we are going to do garment fitting again. So if you are thinking, you know, you go to Alice's class on the 5th and you take that getting started with garments, and then you're like, well, Margaret, I'd make clothes, but nothing fits me. Well, that's true. Nothing fits any of us. So don't be dissuaded by that. Go ahead and make a mock-up of a garment that you're interested in. You bring it in for the garment fitting workshop, and I fit it, and I change your pattern for you, and you go home with a pattern that actually fits.
Margaret,
Yes.
Are you wearing anything you made today?
Actually, I am. I made my top. So, did that today. Not my pants, but I did my top. I hemmed my pants. So, okay. I want you to know, if you were interested in the beginning quilting class, the 8-week class that Cheryl teaches, we are doing a second one. The first one filled up. The second one,
Really?
Yes, the second one is on Wednesdays, and she is going to be doing that. So if you are interested, that's a great class. So hopefully that will be something that will work in your schedule, and she's very excited to have that going on.
Oh, it's great
So,
that it's going again.
okay, so we are at 10 o'clock, guys. I am not going to get to cover the wonderful fabrics, but we will talk about those when we come back. You can always look at the latest arrivals.
Yes. Reminder about your giveaway today is this bag and this pattern. Reminder, put shared because that way we'll know that you shared, because there's some privacy things that we can't always know that you were on and looking. Remember, this only works for Facebook, not YouTube. So please go on, and within 24 hours of this posting, we will put your name in a thing, and you might be the winner of this bag and pattern. Thanks.
All right, everybody. Go ahead and hit that share button. Thanks a bunch. We really appreciate you watching both here on Facebook and on YouTube. Have a fantastic week and have a great Labor Day, guys.
Yes.
And go Hoosiers.
Go Hoosiers.